Since you don't have, at these Sudbury schools, you don't have some set subject you're learning, and you don't have some set amount of things you're supposed to learn about that subject, then there's no way to grade somebody on a subject. And there's no reason to grade somebody on a subject.
We don't give out grades, we don't document the development of the children.
From experience, I know that compulsory external evaluation often does a lot of harm and not much good. Usually a person knows themselves best, and if someone comes and every day tells them, you're not very good at math, doesn't necessarily mean they're not good at math, but it does mean that they may now think that they're not good at math.
In our school, one of our staff members, she's the one that's listed as the principal, even though there's no such thing in the authorities. She was told at school, you're terrible at math, never ever go into business or anything that requires you to have mathematics skills, you're terrible at it. And then when she was 20, she was like, hey, I want to open a business. And she had a store for 15 years. And she learned the math she needed to learn and did it because she wanted to. And it goes to show you at the school, their judgment isn't always correct, let alone for uncalled for. It's just not always true.
But don't you think that there are some subjects where it is important to test people? Let's say, for example, a pilot.
Yes, I think it's very important that pilots be tested. Pilots, even I'll add bus drivers, pharmacists, doctors. Yes, these people need to be tested. And there needs to be some agreement about what they should know. People that deal in safety-sensitive situations, yes, their tests, and their tests are important. I want my pilot to have mastered everything that the people who know how to teach pilots have presented to him. I want my bus driver to have mastered how to not crash a bus. I want to be tested before I'm given the privilege to drive a car on a public street. Yes, those things are important to test for. People study for those things too. People study hard for those things, right? You tell people you have to do well enough on this test to do your job or to be able to drive a car. People learn how and they do well enough. And the other thing that makes it different from the school situation, at least different from the American school situation, is you fail, you go study more, you come back and you take the test again, right? You can take these tests again to prove that you've learned it. And I don't really care. I don't care how long it took my pilot to learn how to fly. I care that my pilot knows how to fly, for example. Many people often question how you can deal with structure after having been in an unstructured place. And I think keeping in mind that you're choosing whether or not to be in a structured place makes it easy. So you choose to go to a structured place and you follow their structure, or you choose not to go to a structured place and you don't follow their structure. I think that when you get beyond basic safety and survival and, taking care of very simple things, I think you should let them figure out when they need to learn things. And people will figure out when they need to learn things.
The best judgment is the judgment you give yourself. You decide if I decide I don't run fast enough, I'm going to practice until I do run fast enough in my own opinion, then fine. And sometimes you want to, let's say sports, you want to get into a team of some sort. So you know that you have to be that good to do it. So you'll work towards it, but it doesn't come from somebody else, it comes from you, and that's what makes the judgment okay. If I'm asking to be judged so I can improve myself, and that's what I want, then it's fine. But what happens in conventional schools is that I don't want to be judged. I don't want to be told that I don't do that good enough and I don't do that good enough. If I want to do it better, if I want to know how good I am, I'll ask. And if not, it's just so degrading to be told that you're not good, or that even that you are good. So what?